But I have to commend really our MC because I've never been really introduced it so brilliantly to the point that I was really wondering if it was the same person. Good morning. Honorable Deputy Minister of Education, Dr. Clement Park, Professor Stephen Jobson-Mitchell, Vice Chancellor of the University of Education, WINNEBA, Oman Hene Ni Garte IV, Chairman of the Council of the University of Education of WINNEBA, our most esteemed Professor Pielo Lumumba, I think the voice of Africa resonated loud and powerful all across the globe. Dr. Samuel Corentin Pimpin, a US-based Ghanaian author, present here. Standing on all existing protocols, I would like just to really greet you all, distinguished organizers, esteemed guests, educators, parents, the media, and most importantly, our students. Can I hear you, students? The bright and promising young minds present here today. And I cannot really hide the excitement, the privilege really bestowed upon me to come and chair this very important series of events that this university has been really implementing. I will really commend the Vice Chancellor for this visionary approach, but in particular in understanding that Africa is entering a very critical time and we're building capacity, enhancing the mind, and building really our people for the future that we want is now, and it is through this kind of events. And please, I would like really you to give a big round of applause to the Vice Chancellor and his team. It is therefore with great pride and deep sense of responsibility that I stand before you today as the chairman of this significant public lecture series, focused on the theme that resonates deeply in the future we seek to build: empowering minds, shaping futures for 21st century education, if I may, particularly in Africa. As UNESCO representative to Ghana, I have witnessed firsthand the incredible power of education to transform lives, communities, and nations. Today, we gather not only to discuss the challenges and opportunities facing education today, but to ignite a collective commitment to shaping a better tomorrow. Aimé Césaire, one of the child of Africa, born in the Caribbean, Martinique to be more precise, he said this: "Be aware, my body and my soul. Be aware above all of crossing your arms and assuming the sterile attitude of spectator." If you're in Africa, the Africa challenges and situation is not a spectacle, as some media try to portray and present it. For life in Africa is not a spectacle. An African sea of griefs is not a proscenium. And an African person who wails is not a dancing bear. And I believe that's exactly what motivated the Vice Chancellor and his team in calling this series, so that we will enter into the heart of all debate and nothing will be left behind. And when you have Professor Pielo Lumumba in your midst, nothing will be left behind. The 21st century presents an entirely new paradigm in which education plays a pivotal role. We no longer operate in a world where knowledge alone defines success. We live in an era where the rapid pace of change demands adaptability, creativity, and resilience. Education must evolve to equip individuals not just with facts, but with the critical skill and attitude necessary to navigate this dynamic world. It is our duty, therefore, to empower young minds to think boldly, challenge assumptions, and lead with purpose. At UNESCO, we understand that education is the most powerful tool for achieving sustainable development, peace, and prosperity. But this power can only be realized if education systems are inclusive, equitable, forward-thinking. It must offer opportunity to every child, regardless of background, to become not just consumers of information, but creators, just like their ancestors, innovators, just like their ancestors, and leaders of tomorrow. And the reason I say ancestors, because the story and the information that you know of what Africa has contributed to the civilization of the world has been kept away from you. And that's even one of the reasons that UNESCO, with the African expert, have rewritten the general history of Africa so that you and I will come and be embraced of all the contribution that Africans have brought to the civilization of the world, and no one of them is left. All civilization have really received and have been nurtured by African science, knowledge, and you name it. So this power can only be realized if education systems are inclusive and equitable. So the conversation we will be engaged in over the course of this event will be instrumental. Thank you, I need it, with your permission. I think the excitement, almost dry your throat. Thank you for your indulgence. So the conversation we will engage in over the course of this event will be instrumental in shaping the education strategy for the future. We are here to rethink the conventional, to challenge the status quo, and to drive forward to the change that will lead to an education system capable of empowering every learner wherever they may be. And I want to express my sincere gratitude to all the organizers, speakers, participants who have made the journey today, and your engagement and commitment to advancing the cause of education in Ghana and in Africa as a whole is what will drive the change we seek. Let this be a catalyst of action, collaboration, and innovation in education. Let us work together to ensure that the education we offer today is truly shaping the future we want to see in the 21st century. The 21st century and beyond. And this brings me to one of the wordings of one of the dear child also of the continent, Sheikh Anta Diop, because what we are looking forward in all this exercise is that the African woman and man you are, you will feel the urge to respond to the griefs and wail of our people, animated by the historical consciousness, being a true creator, a bearer of a new civilization, and perfectly aware of what the whole earth owes to the ancestral genius of his people, African, in all science and culture. And to close, please allow me to read the first Nobel Prize winner, a non-European Nobel Prize winner, said regarding education. Where the mind is without fear, and where the head held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into the fragment by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depths of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arm towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habits, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. Rabindranath Tagore from India. I thank you very much.